And welcome back after a bit of a hiatus. And welcome back after a bit of a hiatus. And welcome back after. Sorry, that was a weird audio glitch. Anyway, we are back for episode 24. Last we left off, our intrepid party allied themselves, at least somewhat, with the Harlequin Brotherhood, another shadowy organization, though this one much larger than the Iron Brand, and in doing so have garnered some information about the whereabouts of one of the high-ranking members of the Iron Brand, known as the Juggernaut, or more colloquially known as the Sledgehammer to people who do not understand her actual whole thing. Regardless, they made their way to Blackstone, a part of the slums that mainly operates as a black market hub, and this is where they first gained sight of Juggernaut. This massive frost Oni was accompanied by two icy white garbed individuals, one in heavy armor, the other one in flowing cloth, not too different from the kind of garb that the party has seen worn by one of their previous allies, Zero. So, after discovering this, they scouted out the area of Blackstone and have planned somewhat of an ambush in one of the courtyards therein. As they regroup at the Boar's Rest Tavern, they get into a deep discussion before hearing banging on the door, where they come find a small rabbit man known as Wendell, member of the Ebon Fang, who has been set on deciphering a tome that had to do with Kalenroth, the cursed blade that had afflicted the party before. Learning that Kalenroth is not just a blade, but is an entity who was sealed within the 7 pieces of this blade. Not too good of information, as the Iron Brand, if they're aware of this, which they very well might be, could be searching to reunite the parts of this blade through a ritual where they connect the pieces to individuals who act as vessels, who, when all 7 are together, could possibly bring forth Kalenroth as a whole once again. So, where we left off, Wendell sitting at the bar, Mavra behind the bar making some food, Wolfrin trying to comfort Wendell or get him to calm down at the very least, and Riven and Victor kind of off towards the back while Uzmir minds his own. So, what all are you guys doing at this point in time?
Yeah, Riven is a bit like shocked at the news, but he doesn't know Wendell as well, so he's gonna let Wolfen take care of Wendell while just moving a bit further to the back while waiting for the food.
Yeah, and Victor's just gonna kind of stand there and like watch over a little bit, intrigued and like interested in what's going on, but doesn't want to interfere too much.
Also, Riven's gonna be like, Wolfriend, that's on you. As if, and just leaving all the responsibility onto Wolfriend.
I'm kind of minding my own, but still listening to what's going on out there.
What do we do about this, Wolfriend? I mean, I honestly regret reading this book.
We bide our time. Gather our strength. Wolfen just sort of goes into thought.
Please don't say, let's tackle this immediately, because you and I don't think we should do that. And that's with my friend involved.
Wendell kind of slides the book over the bar, pushing it away. Head falls heavy on the wooden bar itself.
You've done well. You take some rest. You certainly need it.
I don't know if I'll be able to sleep. Not after the things I've seen.
Rest, regardless.
Well, that was fun.
This is troubling, to say the least.
Oh, so the end of the world is troubling. That's a bit, making light of the situation, don't you think, Wolfriend? Are you thinking what I'm thinking, though, Wolfriend? Do you think we're ready to tackle this? To be heroes? And he just gives that little, like, disgusting look.
Can't right say anyone is ever ready to be a hero. But we are uniquely poised to tackle this situation with what strength we have. So, we must.
Well, the only reason... I know we must, Wolfriend, but the only reason why I'm doing this is because, well, Mavra's sister's involved. If it still has at least some sway on her and Zephyrion, well... I'm not putting my head out for anyone else other than those I care about. That's it. That makes me a hero, so be it. But otherwise... Why did Usmir have to be the Harbinger? Mavra, can I have a drink, please? and he just gives her, like, the puppy eyes.
What do you want?
Something strong, something that would just knock me out for the day.
Let me sit the house.
It's what time of day is it?
It is nearing midnight right now.
Perfect.
Victor's gonna walk over. I still have some of this left over if you want, as he like lifts up like that sleeping medication.
Well, I was thinking more of just not sleeping at all, or at least just getting knocked out by some very, very strong alcohol.
You said it tasted like it.
That's because you tricked me.
You want some alcohol?
That's but not from you.
He's just gonna kind of shrug and walk back.
Am I that easy to be tricked, Wolfriend? You know what? I don't want to hear the answer to that. And he just slams his head onto the counter like thunk.
We have a difficult fight ahead of us tomorrow. But to finish up our business here an Elmacath, and make our way to the theocracy. Take measure of the
Um,
situation.
I don't know what this is, but it had a dragon on the bottle, so how bad could it really be?
Oh, Mavra, you're a lifesaver. Thank you so much. All the preparation. Riven's just looking at the bottle, and it's just like he's basically debating with himself. And he's just gonna take just a tiny sip, just to see how strong it is.
Riven dies.
Riven dies. Well, make a new character now.
Just take a tiny little sip.
Just a tiny little sip. I know
Well,
progress, right?
Little Constitution save. Ten. As you take a small sip from the bottle, first of all, the smell of the liquor is the first thing that, and it is. Oh, if you knew what gasoline was, it'd be pretty close to that. The scent hits your nose and clears out your sinuses.
Is this some type of medicine? Oh. Smell.
No clue, I got it from the liquor
This is some
shelf over
very,
there.
very potent stuff. From where exactly? Over there?
Yeah, top shelf over there on that liquor cabinet.
What's some medicine doing there? Oh, my throat feels like it's burning. And it's making me want to drink more.
Yeah. So as the liquor hits your tongue, how do I explain this? This liquor is obviously not for the faint-hearted. The pungent aroma, the initial taste is an overwhelming burst of heat that seems to almost ignite in your mouth, followed by a complex layering of smoky and spicy flavors. And then as it slips down your throat, the taste remains long and intense, this lingering sensation of warmth that travels through your body.
I could feel taste it.
Do any of you guys speak Draconic?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, on the bottle it says Draconis Infernum. The bottle itself, the liquor is encased in this very striking looking glass bottle adorned with the image of a black dragon, crafted from like darkened black glass. The dragon on it is in a pose like it's ascending with its wings unfurled and its claws extended. Like I said, it does smell very reminiscent of gasoline. And looking on it, there is like depictions of like peppers and stuff on the bottle as well.
Huh.
I can still taste it.
Well, do you want it or not?
With my body said yes. But probably not the best idea.
Feel a pretty
You can see like his tongue is a bit swollen.
feel a pretty heavy buzz coming on.
Oh, this is the best stuff. I am going to bed. And Riven just like basically just moves back and forth, almost falling several times, just trying to get to bed, while just still holding the bottle.
Apparently, he ate a bee.
Well, more like burn his tongue, but yeah. Excuse me. Ooh, why are there teeth mirrors?
As you're all kind of dealing with what you've heard from Wendell, Air has information that provided you guys on the Juggernaut. What are you guys doing? I said it is nearing midnight.
Gonna call her a night.
Yeah, pretty much
Yep.
nothing else for it.
I'll heading over to bed.
Yep.
Yep. I
Yep.
have to my
Also,
bed.
what is the date today?
Why do you ask stuff? It's been 2 weeks.
Because I'm keeping track.
What was the last date that I gave?
Exactly. I'm guessing it's gonna be the first, but I'm not like 100% sure.
I gotta open up. Tomorrow will be the morning of the.
Thank you.
So, as you all head to bed, anyone keeping watch?
I will.
Off will keep watch.
Wolfriend, are you sleeping in a separate room than everybody else, or in the same room?
Nah, just same room.
Can I go ahead and get a perception check for...
As soon as I find the right character. Small problem. I don't see Mobra on my sheet. Yeah,
You have
I
a
have
player
Serafina.
characters tab?
Yeah, and it's open. Well, let me refresh.
In your journal.
Well,
Okay, after refreshing there it is. You wanted perception?
Yes, ma'am. As you take this watch, the room is quiet. The whole tavern is quiet for like creaking of boards as the buildings of some mice not polite. Is there anything you're doing while you're awake alone?
just pondering my cursed mind.
Well, not too much disturbs your watch. Wake up the next person.
Okay. And then I'll wake up Usnir.
All right.
Somebody should go check on Victor.
Yeah, I'll wander about while I'm on my watch.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm both going to check on Victor and Bunny Boy while I'm on my watch.
Come out. Figures. Hooded. Familiar.
Oh, Jack.
He's twirling a stir stick around in a drink that he's made himself. Huh? I see you're awake.
Yeah. I see you've let yourself in.
Figured I wouldn't want to disturb your slumber.
Appreciated, though awkward. I'm assuming he was watching us sleep.
By no means was I watching you. I just fancied myself for a drink. And after hearing what I heard from Windle was his name?
I believe you're correct.
I just find some things worrisome. Just figured I'd check in to see how you're all doing.
How worrisome.
Well, I know that we have discussed the cursed blade that had plagued your party, but didn't know too much about it until, well, the info dump that we got.
You're welcome, I guess.
Like I said before, I'm here to help. I'll help as much as I can, given the circumstances.
And what are your thoughts?
Well, I'm still trying to organize those, but from what I can discern, it's not likely that things are going to turn out too great for whoever the Iron Brand has their sights on. If they do plan on bringing back Kalinroth, whatever that thing is.
Yeah. Probably not going to end well either if they actually achieve their goals.
Right.
So,
So, when do you plan on performing this ambush?
I would assume tomorrow. Well, I guess it is after midnight at this point, so today.
I do wish you luck. Please don't get in over your heels. In over your head? Words are hard sometimes.
Understandable. I'd assume that if we did get in over our heads, you would at least step in and lend some assistance.
Yes, would hope that.
I don't expect you to just go in fighting, but maybe a diversion so we could get away at the minimum.
Very well, I might. It's going to depend on how things go. If it looks like you're all being completely destroyed, I will do my best to stop you from dying, but at the same time, I don't wish to die either.
I don't blame you. All I ask is, if it does look like we may die, you at least attempt at something.
Of course. By anything I
So-
can do, I will be happy to try and aid you.
But what else brings you here tonight?
Really, I just wanted to drink, and also I was a bit curious about what that book had to say, as he points towards the book, now opens.
So you can read it too, I assume?
Gave me quite the headache, but I can read some of it.
Well then.
Do not. Figured with your affliction, you might be able to read the worldly languages.
I can't say I've exactly tried at this point. I mean, I know Draconic, and Elvish, and Valgarin, but otherworldly, I can't say that I've attempted even.
What do you make of all this, Uzmir? You being the Harbinger and whatnot? The doings of the Iron Brand, the interference of the Harlequin Brotherhood? It all seems very grandiose, wouldn't you say?
It's rather odd that, I mean, I myself, I guess, am an oddity, so the fact that I was chosen as the Harbingers doesn't exactly surprise me, but the Iron Brand getting tied into everything, and then as well as the Harlequin Brotherhood getting tied in, it's definitely an oddity. Wouldn't expect that everything's tied together the way that it is. It's almost like there's something more pulling strings than just the Iron Brand and the Harlequin Brotherhood. Whether it be the Night Mother herself, or just the way destiny works, I guess, if you believe in those things, but I haven't exactly formulated an opinion on them either. I've kind of been cast into this without my wishes, so I didn't exactly go and pray to the Night Mother and ask to be the Harbinger here.
But people rarely do pray for the things that have been given for, good or bad. But just maybe it's for the best.
I mean, I'm supposed to cause the end of times here or some shit, so
Maybe that's
Or-
exactly what.
well, if it's what we need, it's sure not what I want. I mean, I've seen visions of my friends dead.
So, don't let them die.
If everybody could control destiny, then it wouldn't be destiny, now would it?
On the contrary, I think the whole point of destiny, some pre-factored thing that will happen, but if you know it will happen, why not change it? Destiny is written in tomes and on scrollings as far back as we can really identify different prophecy, different forthcoming events. But the world's still here. And if the world's still here, that means destiny not come to fruition. So something has to be happening, right?
Have you ever heard of any other harbingers?
I have. In the past. Long before you or I were alive.
Well, I haven't heard of any per se, but I'm not exactly a scholar by any means. You heard of how they stopped everything from being destroyed?
Well, things become difficult there because for many of the poems and recordings from that time period were burned by, well, a few different individuals. And although the Harlequin Brotherhood has been able to bring back, or at least repair some of its scrawlings, we can have small looks into it. But to all accounts, the Harbinger, the last time that they came here, something happened that altered the fates. I'm not sure if it was the Night Mother being benevolent or individuals like yourselves who went against the grain, but for some reason, things did not go as ordained. Perhaps they won't go as ordained now.
Interesting. Well, I suppose we as a group will just continue to go against the grain and move as though water moves. Because, let's be quite honest, none of us exactly have plans.
Though you may say you don't have plans, doesn't mean you won't have them in the future. Or doesn't mean that you will have had them in the future that you saw. Right? Will have had?
It's too late for this, Jack.
Common hard.
Right. Anyways, I should be going. But please, now I'll be listening. If you truly need my aid, just give me a shout. Perhaps I'll be close enough to intervene.
I honestly hope that I don't have to, but it is very appreciated nonetheless. And if you ever are looking for another late night talk again, by all means, I'm here. And if you find anything else about Kalroth, I'd also like to hear about that as well.
Believe me, it is on our radar. If I find anything, I'll let you know.
Again, it's appreciated. Have a good night, Jack.
As well.
I'm gonna continue on to go and check on the peoples.
Victor, is your room's door locked?
Yeah, 100%.
Door locked?
Oh.
The kind of bullshit is this? Well, I ain't picking locks. That's by all means not happening. I'm not breaking down a barred door in the middle of the night.
No, but there is at
Huh?
least a 1-inch space at the bottom. If you were a slime, you could easily get in there.
Oh, you've got a point. We might as well peek on the Victor. Go ahead and pop out a slimy boy. Pop in there. Boink, boink.
Yep.
Not gonna go far in, but I am gonna like. I'm assuming this is like a fucking cabinet or something. I'm gonna get up on there just to kind of see across the room to make sure he is alive and sleeping. Or
Victor there. What does Victor look like as he's sleeping?
So he's like, it looked like he kind of walked towards the bed from like this side of the room and kind of just like fell on it, too tired to really even like get under the blanket covers, and like looks a little disheveled, like he let his guard down knowing the door was locked, and he just like kind of plopped down on the bed, not expecting anyone else to see him, so like out of it.
all right, we're just gonna stay slimy boy at this point and just travel back across the house. Well, the tavern. I'm like half-ass lagging. Go check on Mr. Bunny Boy. Brown.
As you slide under.
Yeah, like I said, I'm fucking lagging for some reason, but
Slide on the door, listening. Furious brawling. As you come through, you see Wendell, paper all over the floor around him at this desk, writing furiously.
I'm gonna kind of move towards the center of the room.
Does not.
And once I'm in the center, I'm gonna hop up on the couch and change back and just be sitting on the couch.
Looking around, go ahead and roll a perception check.
We're perceptive as fuck, my guy. $28.
The papers that he is still writing and throwing on the ground, going, no, not that, not quite, are covered in scrawlings very similar to the language in the tome. They seem.
Are there any papers on the floor close by me?
Yeah.
That I could just like basically reach down and pick up? I'm gonna reach down and pick it up and see if I actually am able to read it.
What languages do you know?
Just Common, Draconic, Elvish, Velgaran.
As you stare at the paper, letters don't make much sense. Though, it's almost like they're shifting across the paper. Like they're almost autonomously changing or making it hard to read.
Wendell?
Not that, not quite. Not right. It's not right. It's not right.
No, you're supposed to be sleeping, right?
Void of recognition. Voice, are you being there? The paper in your hand, the letters still shifting, start to form some sort of arc or circle.
Does it seem like it's gonna blow up?
It does not seem like it's gonna blow up. Once it reaches that circular form, the letters stop moving. As you look around the room, you see other sheets of paper also similar thing, although the circles all seem slightly different. Wendell kind of like with his hand knocking himself in the head, just no. Won't like it like that. It needs to be like this. I know I can do it right. I know I can get it right for him.
I'm gonna go stand by Wendell and kind of look over his shoulder.
As you do, you can see his hands are bloodied. Just blood all over the desk. Fingers are raw. His ink vial is long ran out, and he's been using his own blood to begin scrawling the document.
Ooh, it'd probably be sleight of hand to do that. I'm gonna just reach down and actually grab his hand that he's writing with to stop him from writing.
As you do this, looks at you. No, you can't stop me! I have to finish it! I have to finish it for him! I can't stop! I can't stop!
Finish it for who?
Eyes kind of go blank. What's me?
Wendell?
What are you doing in my room?
What are you doing frantically writing with your own blood to appease whatever demonic thing has had a hold of you?
He looks down at his hands now, and they're covered in blood. And as he sees this, he lets out a wail, and then like furiously backs up, knocking the chair over and falling backward.
I'm gonna catch him before he actually falls.
Yeah, that's fine. What's going on? What's going on?
I'm gonna assume the book has latched a hold of you just like the dagger latched a hold of Mavra, or the sword. It's gotta be Kalenroth.
Oh. No, it can't be. The book said that Kalenroth was put in a sword, not a book.
Right, but I'm sure the book was probably cursed as well since you've read it.
I do.
I'm not exactly equipped to get rid of curses, so I can bind you, but I don't think that'll help for very long. We're probably gonna need Wolfrin for this one. And I don't want to sound like I don't trust you, Wendell, but you're gonna come with me, and I'm gonna stay between you and the doors on the way, so you can't try to run if you are possessed. And I'm gonna actually like hold on to his arm as we're walking, and not like tight enough that if he tried to run, I would already have a good enough grip on him to stop him, but not to the point of where like I would hurt him. I'm sorry, Wendell. I don't mean to seem like I'm being forceful by any means.
I understand.
As we get out into the main area, I'm actually going to yell for both Wolfrind and Victor. Wolfrind? Victor?
Do I hear that?
Yells pretty loud.
What bullshit are they making me get up in the middle on night 4.
Yeah, and I'm gonna kind of skirt further away from the door with Wendell, just in case if he did try to run, he can't make it out the door. Let's go towards the bar, Wendell. I'm sure they heard us, so
Excuse me.
It takes a second, but Wolfriend walks out.
Sit right here.
all right. And let's at least try to attend to your bleeding. Let's see what I got.
Victor and Wolfriend, you guys see Wendell's hands are completely.
Can I see that from where I am?
You can see blood dripping on the floor from walking.
I do not have any bandages anymore. I actually haven't marked out that I used bandage. Oh, I gave fucking Riven my bandages that day. I forgot.
What do I have on me again? Let me double check real quickly. What
I gotta
does
run
Victor have on it?
to grab food off the front porch real quick.
Do I have anything? I do have some alchemist herbalism stuff. Would there be anything I can use to help heal him from my kits, or no?
And you could, like.
Alright, as I'm walking out here, I'm gonna like stop, see that it's an actual emergency, realize I don't have my stuff on me, like I left in the room because I just woken up, and I just kind of go up and say like, oh, it's an actual emergency. Give me a moment, I'll be right back. And I'm just like run back over to grab my stuff. And I'm gonna start like.
What?
Wendell, his hands completely bloodied as Uzmir kind of has a grip on his wrist and is like pushing him to sit down. Wendell's eyes are completely bloodshot.
Right. What's gone on this time?
I don't know.
Just sort of waiting for Uzmir to fill me in.
Yeah, but as I get my stuff, I'm gonna rush back over and just start setting up like a thing to start working on the potion on the counter.
Well, friends, I'm pretty sure he got cursed by that book.
I see.
I'm like 100% sure he got cursed by that book.
Well, he's bleeding all over the floor. What happened to him?
Well, you could go look in the room, but he was frantically trying to create a magic sigil, and he ran out of ink, so he decided to use his own blood. He didn't realize I was in his room, didn't realize I stood beside him until I actually grabbed him to stop him from writing more. And when he finally came to, he had no idea what he was even doing or why I was even there or anything for that matter.
Right. Look after him a moment, will you? And
I'm here.
And I'll go off to check out the room. Which
The purple
was
room.
it again? The purple? Okay. I'll just poke my head inside.
As you walk in there, you see the desk is covered in blood. Scattered papers, some with black ink, some with red, across the ground that are shifting the letters themselves most deceptively as they begin to form into the shape of arcane circles. There's got to be hundreds of parchment and scribbled on in here, just sprawled across the floor and across the desk.
Do I recognize the function of any of these at all?
Roll an Arcana check.
Eee. That's 10.
And no, you do not recognize circle.
Is there anything noteworthy that I can
Yeah,
discern about this?
they do look similar to a circle you've seen in the past. One that you saw flipping through the tome.
Where is the tome?
Sitting on the bar.
I'll head back.
But how long does it take to make the basic potion?
About 10 minutes.
Okay.
If I can remember what page I saw that sigil, I'll try and find it.
Yeah, as you flip through the book, kind of thumbing around looking for some pages, you find a gap where a page has been ripped out.
That's troubling.
What's going on, Wolfram?
The sigils, I can't divine their purpose, but I remember seeing them in here before. Right where this missing page is.
I'm going to assume that was Jack, then. He's the reason the book is out here after all, and I had a short conversation with him, but he didn't mention Wendell or take any pages for that matter.
I'm gonna kind of poke my head up from my kit. Sigils, you say? Mind if I take a look at them?
You'll find them in Wendell's room. It's right over there.
I'd rather take care of this potion for our friend Wendell here. I'll take a look after then.
If it's healing he needs, and I'll just put I'll put like 5 points of lay on hands to sort of just, repair his hands for a bit.
Yeah, as you do, some of the wounds start to close up, the blood starts to coagulate, or his fur is still stained with taking.
Almost 10 minutes of work down the drain for nothing. Can I say I finish up right about then?
Hmm.
Yeah. I'm just gonna walk over and hand it to him. Look at Wolfrind a little angrily, and then walk towards the door.
Wolfram just does not understand.
Child has one job and you literally took it from him, Wolfram.
Gonna turn around. You didn't think I could use healing magic either, did you? But no, I was trying to save the magic for a fight later, but fuck me, I guess. And then I'm just gonna inspect the stuff in the room.
Yep, as you enter the room, you see much like Wolfram you did. Scattered parchment, hundreds of pages, some with a dark reddish ink, black, that are all shifting and moving and forming these sigils.
I'm gonna first try and collect them up and put them in a more needed other than just on the floor.
Okay.
Because it bothers me. and then I'm gonna take like a very close look at them and see if I understand anything.
Yeah, roll an Arcana check.
Let's see, where are you at, Arcana? What the hell? Damn you! Why didn't it get the second one?
But you're still speaking as Lily.
Oh, am I? Oh, wait, is that Lilith? The heck? Oh, it is, you're right, my bad. Wait, why the heck is it only Lilith on there? There it is. Okay, found it. Man, that's upsetting.
Looking at these arcane circles, the language is unknown to you. The format of these circles continuously changes, so it's hard to nail down exactly what the function is. But there's some sort of otherworldly magic within these. The circles themselves are almost devoid of aether, actually, as you begin to inspect them.
Devoid of aether. Is there anything else in the room aside from these papers that stands out?
Roll an investigation check.
What the fuck is investigation?
Looking through. First thing that catches you off guard is the amount of blood on the desk. And the fact that there is no actual cutting or slicing implement in this means that whatever that implement is probably still on Wendell's.
And you said the surprising amount of blood. Does it seem like the amount of blood that like a normal person would have?
Not from a couple hand injuries. And he was bleeding profuse.
Is there any type of like there'd be like no type of like medications or anything in the room, would there be?
No, you don't.
Alright. And was there anything else that I noticed? Because you said that was the first thing.
Yeah. As you kind of explore the room more, you see on the couch, the sofa in the middle of the room, shoved between the cushions is what looks like a small, almost like hemp bag, like almost like a coin purse, but slightly bigger.
And what's inside the bag?
As you open the bag, you see, like, shards of metal.
Like, are they sharp shards of metal?
Yeah, I mean, they're fairly sharp.
Do I recognize the metal or anything?
It seems just like some sort of high-grade steel or the like.
Okay. And is there anything else I noticed around the room aside from that? Okay, so I'm gonna start walking back out. I'm gonna do it really calmly. And I'm just gonna kind of walk over to Uzmir and like get halfway to the room and try eye contact with him.
Might go ahead and walk over there. Wolfrin, watch after Wendell for a minute. So, Victor.
I'm gonna hand him the bag with the metal in it. And lean in a little bit, trying to like make sure Wendell can't hear us. Did you check him for the cutting implement?
Honestly, I didn't even think about it at the time.
The room is empty. There's no way he could harm himself. That it would that wouldn't be on his person. You may want to check for that if you think he might be under a curse.
You handed me the bag, right?
Yes, I did.
So I'm gonna open the bag and just not reach in it, but look into it.
Yeah, you see, much like Victor did, shards of metal.
You didn't touch these, right?
Did I touch them?
Did you stick your hand in the bag?
I just opened it up. I didn't
Oh.
think about actually pulling it out.
Then no, you wouldn't have touched them.
No?
Good. Don't ever touch them.
Is there a reason for that?
I'm going to bet that these are probably pieces of Kalenroth.
Noted.
So I'm gonna. Was it like a drawstring bag or what?
It's like a hempen bag, and like you would take the string at the top and wrap it around, tie it.
Okay, so I'm gonna tie the bag back up. I really hope these don't work like Kalenroth does and just magically appear in other places. And I am gonna go ahead and absorb them into my extra dimensional space.
Okay.
It's extra dimensional and it's inside of a bag, so
Are you sure that was wise?
as long as I don't touch them, it should be fine. Not exactly sure how the space works, to be 100% honest. I just know it's like being stored inside my body, but not at the same time. I mean, I could absorb things that definitely don't change my size at all, so I know they're not inside me, you know what I mean?
Just gonna kind of shrug. Well, maybe we should check on our friend over there and take away any sharp objects you might be able to play with.
I agree.
I'll leave it to you.
Hey, Wendell,
Yeah.
the hempen bag that was in your room,
What hempen bag?
tells me that you either didn't know it was there or that your mind is oblivious at this point. Guess a good way to put it is well, shit. How should we go about this? Wolfriend, I guess you're more familiar with curses. If you're wearing gloves and don't physically make contact with a cursed item, will it still affect you?
Will it?
Lead-lined box.
I-
Oof.
I,
He's stuttering.
I am very tired. Well, I mean, as long as contact is kept to a minimum, generally.
Well, I guess we're gonna see a naked Wendell. Wendell, I'm gonna need you to take off anything that's got pockets.
What? Why?
Because you might have a piece of Kalenroth in your pocket, and I don't want you or one of us to touch it.
That's ridiculous. I'm not gonna get
I-
naked in front of all of you.
As he does that, I'm gonna be like getting a glass of water from like over here. Rick reaching over. And I'm gonna like grab the sleeping thing that I had offered to Riven. And it's like slightly poured in there out of eye's reach. And then like
Okay.
walk back over with it. I think we all just need to take a little bit of a breather. Wendell, we all know it's a little stressful. You lost a lot of blood. The healing might have helped, but you should take this and drink some water, and hopefully it'll help you a little bit.
Roll a sleight of hand.
Got it? Dude, what are with my rolls today? Holy crap.
His passive perception is higher than that. So
Okay.
you're gonna hand it to him. No, I'm good. If you want me to take my clothes off, we do it privately in one of the rooms.
I'm fine with that. And if you only want, like Wolfriend in there, I understand too. I just don't want you to reach into your pockets anywhere between here and there.
Hands up.
Okay, and I apologize, Wendell. We're just trying to keep you protected.
No, I understand.
All due caution. It's protocol you're familiar with, I'm sure.
I'll let you go in, Wolfriend.
You go in, the papers have all stacked, and you're unsure if that is due to magic or what, because there was a mess in here before you came in.
Sorry, I disconnected. What happened?
They went in the room and all the papers were neatly stacked, and they have no idea how that happened. Wendell will begin to take his clothes off, kind of toss them over.
Just like search through them for anything, I guess.
He has a few pieces of gold in his pocket. And has a stopwatch, not a stopwatch, a pocket watch. As well as a small steel mirror. And some bifocals. That's all he really has in his pockets.
Wolfriend?
Nothing unusual.
Alright. Let him get dressed again.
I just go to bed.
Yes, I'm gonna be honest, I would probably prefer that you take the sleeping medicine that Victor put in the water. I'm deeply sorry, friend, but I'm also going to probably tear your room apart. Would you feel more comfortable sleeping in the room with Riven in them? It's
Might be better
understandable.
to pick a different room regardless. There's plenty of other vacant beds.
Grab my.
Not tonight, friend. We'll make sure that it stays in one piece and you can have it in the morning. This is bad, Wolfriend. So, there was a bag of sharp metal shards that I'm going to assume was the rest of Kalinroth.
Wherever could he have found that?
at this point, with this much blood, are we even sure that all this blood is his? Uh, 1 second. I'm gonna step outside the room and kind of look around and see if there's actually any blood, like door handle, chair, like brushed up against it walking by kind of thing.
There's not. The only blood that you see out here is the stuff that was dripping from his hands as he let him out.
Okay. And so that would be rather fresh still, so there's no dried blood mixed in with it?
Nope, not.
Well, luckily that there's none out here. I'm gonna check the windows too.
The windows actually have bars on them. Inside this side of town. Even if he wanted to get through them, Wendell would not be the person strong enough to break.
Alright. Well, Wolfrand, you can do as you please, but I'm gonna search probably the rest of this room.
I'm going back to bed.
Alright, can you check on Wendell one more time before you go?
Right. Just quick check.
Going, Victor, are you giving him the medicine? Are you muted, Victor?
Yes, I am. I forgot I mute when no one was talking. Yeah, I am giving him the medication. Assuming that he told me about it. Okay, then yeah.
Wolfern, you come into the room as currently. Just one. Only thing.
I'll get it back. Just sleep.
If it makes you feel any better, I'll go over there and check on it. And if I can see there's nothing with it wrong, I'll bring it beside your bed after he's done looking at it. I understand the importance of notebooks.
Ratings.
I will bring them to you and you'll have it when you awake. Get some rest.
First moment. Have. Uzmir, I need you to make an investigation check. How much are you tearing this room apart?
1 second.
Damn, 1 second? That's not very long to tear apart.
No, got a phone call. I'm going to. I guess I'm not gonna like go around breaking shit, but I'm gonna definitely search the notebook first to see if there's anything of oddity, and then I'm gonna start checking like drawers, books on the shelf for anything. Like I'm gonna be fairly thorough. It'd probably take me a good hour or so to actually search the room. I rolled shit. I rolled shit.
Looking through the room, you don't find much of tearing through all the drawers and everything. Most of it's just empty. The room for renting it. His notebook itself seems like a diary of sorts or journal. It does list like notes that he has about the tome, and towards the end of the notebook, it talks about very, very messed up stuff that he started understanding about the book, but there's none of the strange writing or sigils within his notebook.
I'd like to at least read the part about the fucked up shit in the book.
It's very much like he explained. There's a ritual where 7 individuals who are chosen by the pieces of Kalenroth are brought together for some sort of conjoining that would... These individuals would be made to create a new form for Kalenroth. Things of blood sacrifice and changing of the individuals that are affected by Kalenroth.
All right then. I'm gonna go ahead and take the notebook with me to give back to Wendell.
His writing set.
Yeah. I'm assuming Victor would have showed up during my surge. So.
Oh yeah. As you come into the room, you shuffling through, pulling open drawers and cabinets, looking under the mattress. You're probably muted again.
I always do this. Yeah, as I walk in, I'm gonna kind of stop and look. I checked as thoroughly as I could as well. I found that bag in the middle of the room, in that couch over there. Don't know if it's worth looking anymore.
Well,
Do you mind if I look at the notebook as well? I'm thinking if he's so obsessed with it, there might be something, maybe a magic or anything cast on it. I don't know.
I'm completely fine with that. Can you hold on to it? You can give it back to him. I'm gonna continue to search, and I'm gonna hand him the book and the notebook and the writing set, and then I am going to rip the shit up out of this couch, inside of cushions if I fucking have to.
Roll investigation. Ripping through the sofa, just taking the cushion off of it, you don't see it as you rip through the... Nothing inside of this
Couch. Well, I'll explain to the boars later why I've ripped up a couch.
Give me a moment. I want to check something, and I'm gonna look at the book, looking to see not just content, but if there's any kinds of magics or anything cast on it.
Nope, the book itself seems pretty mundane. You didn't really write of any arcane symbols.
So it is. I was worried, since he was so obsessed with it, there might be some kind of unseen trap, but it doesn't look like anything like that.
It is a massive journal. You can see, going to the first page of the journal goes back 6-7 years.
Uh-huh.
And it's just... Seems like he writes in it almost daily. Whether it be research notes or just his daily goings on. Pretty much everything that's happened to him.
Okay. Alright. Well, I don't see anything here. Did you grab his writing utensils as well?
Yeah, I gave them to you.
Oh, got it. And is there anything weird with the writing utensils? They all look normal as well?
Yeah, looking over them, you're not a collector or anything, but it's a pretty nice set of calligraphy.
And then oh, sorry. Well, Uzmir,
Yes?
we still haven't found how he injured himself.
Searched the whole room. I haven't been able to find anything.
That's disturbing me a little bit, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Unless he used one of the shards.
We could always look inside the bag to see if there's any blood. But that'd be equally as disturbing. Because
I agree.
I can't imagine it being good being cut with the cursed blade.
Agreed. We should do this at the table, and I'm gonna walk out here to the table. Kind of hover my hand over it as the bag kind of just falls out, and I catch it by the opening part where the string is wrapped around. I kind of hope to not even let this back out again, so... And I'm gonna undo the string and open it back up to where we can both kind of look inside. Kind of, like shake it just a little bit to move things around in there.
As you shake it around, 6 shards, all fairly intact, as far as a shard of metal can be. It looks like they fit together at a certain point, but you don't see blood on the end. There is kind of like runic carving broken through. Probably together if you.
Well, there's no blood on these, so... Check his writing utensils. Is there... Well, of course there's gonna be blood on those. I wonder if he actually cut himself with his own quill.
And I expect it. Is there any blood on it?
There's blood all over it.
I don't think that's gonna be of any help.
Yeah,
Maybe we shouldn't be leaving him alone in there for so long. If you want to keep looking, go right ahead. I'm gonna go cast some magic in the room to tell us if any invaders come in.
Yeah, take this with you, and I'm gonna hold my hand out in his direction.
And I just kind of like look at him and shrug and like put my hand out.
And there's just gonna be kind of like a drop of black slime that comes out of my hand and like lands in his, basically. If there's anything at all strange, all you've got to do is speak and I will hear you. There's no need to yell. So
Okay.
I'm gonna end. That's me spending 3 magicules, I believe it is. Hold up, I gotta look at where it's at again. Action. I gotta actually find out where it is in my notes. I don't even remember if it's magicules that use it. Because it's at will. So I think it might actually be a cantrip. Yeah, it's just a cantrip because it's at will. So the other one's actually label stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna use. It's 120 feet. It's a slime bug.
Yeah. Yeah, so you get this little, kind of vaguely similar looking Uzmir slime, although not as black.
Okay.
Think of it like a listening device. I can hear what you say, but you won't be able to hear me if I speak type of thing.
So you mean like the card?
Kind of like the card, but probably more of a limited range, and it doesn't last for nearly as long as the card does. You've got about 10 minutes or so.
All right. I'll be back, and I'm gonna walk over there.
And this time I'm gonna tie the bag back up and look at it, pondering what to do. Should
So-
probably. Yeah, I'm within range, so.
Victor, as you come in the room, Bill is fastest.
All right. And I only see these two entrances to the two doors, correct?
Yep.
How do I want to do this?
I didn't even notice that other place was an entrance.
Yeah.
There's a back door.
Alarm only works on one door, right? Or a cube.
The alarm.
I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go out the back door.
Yeah, you set an alarm against an unwanted intrusion. Choose a door, a window, or an area within range that is no larger than.
Would I be able to just put one around him?
Good.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Oh, I could. Yeah, I'm not gonna metagame.
Okay. So this alarm will alert you whenever a tiny or larger creature touches or enters the warded area.
So now I have a question. Could he have placed it? Because, like, right here is 20 feet, right? Could he have basically placed it to where if Wendell tried to move from the bed even, he would even trigger the alarm?
If he doesn't place it directly on the wheel, then
Right, because he could basically foot of the bed and cover a pretty good chunk of the room even.
Yeah, that's what I was originally thinking about doing. But I'm like, I don't know if that, because it's 20 feet, so like if it's like right here, would it be like 5, 10, 15, like 20? Or would it be like, how would it be? Like how, actually, where's the 20-foot cube actually? There it is, cool. Yeah, but then they can just like, is an alarm noticeable? Because I've never actually used a spell. I don't know how it's described.
I mean, if they like had detect magic or something, not like a visible force field.
Okay. Yeah, because I guess like it'd mostly be just, I don't want him to sneak out.
Right.
And putting it on him wouldn't really do anything because it'd just be constantly going off. Actually, fine. I'll just leave it like right here against this door. Like for the door over here.
Are you using the cube, or are you just putting it on the door?
I'm just doing the door. So I'll just delete this. So he can't just slip out the back. He has to come to like the main area.
Are you
And then I'll
leaving
come
his
here.
notebook and stuff in there?
Yes, I am. I tell him I put him beside him, so I put it like over here, like on the thing next to him. So like he'll obviously see it when he wakes up in the morning. And then I'm gonna go back out and like look for Uzmir. Where is he at? Mr. Uzmir?
I left the door open behind me.
Okay. Oh, there you are. And I'm gonna like start heading over.
So I'm looking out here to see if there's blood out here.
Don't see any blood out in the hallway.
Well, there's no blood anywhere else. outside the room, so
I
At
was only
least-
able. Oh, sorry, go.
I was just gonna say at least you didn't kill anybody. That we know of, at least.
Yes, true. I put an alarm on the door that is facing the hallway, and can I also say I locked the other one over there as well?
You have to lock
Or
it
that's
from
quick.
the in.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, when I put the thing on, can I say I locked it or no?
Oh, the hallway door?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. This one's sure. Yeah, so I locked it and put an alarm on it. So the only way he can go would be either through that door and it would alert me, or through the main area.
Alright, I'm gonna be honest, I'm probably just gonna sleep in there.
It's good. I was planning on either sleeping in the room right there or staying out in the middle since I've gotten most sleep.
Alright, if need be, we could wake up Mavra, or, well, not Mavra, we could wake up Riven to keep watch after you.
You going to bed?
Yeah, I'm
Alright.
going back to sleep.
I'll
And
be
as
staying in his room.
As I walk, I pop back into my slime form and slither my way across the place, and I'm gonna sleep kind of here at the foot of this bed.
Yeah, and I'll be watching, like, I'll be in here and in the room, like, right next door. Like, so I can see the outside in here, but just at the table, so I know if anyone happens to go in there.
And roll a perception check, Victor.
I don't know why I keep closing this. What the fuck's my perception? Mr. Perception. Perception, not my strong suit.
As you keep watch, you don't hear. Else untoward within the vicinity either.
Am I
Sure.
able to do any other stuff while I'm keeping watch?
Yeah, what do you want to do?
I want to continue working on that dagger that I had. So this is gonna be like my second, it was second or my third, like session of it. My first one was like 6. I'm trying to go for like a better dagger than a basic.
What are you wanting this dagger to do?
No like idea yet, because I'm trying to like put more days than just like the base dagger points into it. So I'm just been working on it as a project, and it's more towards like a masterwork dagger. It's like I want to have a better standard for the dagger than just like a normal dagger. Because I was thinking of giving it as a gift.
Okay.
Yep.
Go ahead and roll a check with your Smith's tools.
Yeah, so I'm working my Smith ones. I just click on it, right?
Yep.
Got it. What the fuck is it? Or do we better use my Tinker's tool? Yeah, I'll use Tinker's tool. This looks a little better. I just click on it, right?
Yep.
How bad's my roll today?
5. You're doing pretty well. You're making
Okay.
some good headway on. As your rest comes. Riven?
Yeah, I'll as my watch is coming to an end, I'm gonna walk on over and just wake up Riven. Riven. As I kind of shake him.
5 more minutes.
Well, Victor's gonna walk out, sit on the table, and wait 5 more minutes.
And sleeps for 5 more minutes.
Comes back. It's been 5 minutes.
You took it literally, didn't you? I'm up.
And I'll be waiting for y'all here.
Damn kid, just waking me up. And he just grumbles while getting out. So what is it?
I'll catch him up on everything that happened, and then I'll go. So yeah, our friend Wendo had the accident, and I'll like catch him up on what went down.
Wait, you call that an accident?
Well,
Wait, what accident?
our friend Wendo's cursed.
Huh.
Something about a blade.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So if when you're keeping watch, do you mind keeping watch over by the room outside or where the table is outside the orange room?
Okay, fine. I'll walk into the room and I'll just sit by Window's side, if that's what you want me to do.
No, you don't have to do that if you don't want to.
All right. And he just walks out.
Also, don't touch the door on the outside. I have alarm magic on it.
Which door?
The furthest door with the towards the outside.
And Riven's going to basically be patrolling a little bit. Yeah, he's just gonna go around. Especially, he's also gonna peek into Window's room if needed.
Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Let's see if Riven's blind as a bat.
Looking around as you patrol, a little groggy. Don't notice. The floor creaks as you step across, or throw you off guard for a second. No sounds or noises coming from Wendell's room or that. No unwelcomed visitors. As the sun begins to rise,
I hate being last watch. Last watch, correct?
Yep.
Alright. Time to wake everyone up. And Riven's gonna be like... Mavra. Wolfrand. Very, very sleep. And Riven's gonna poke Wolfrand first.
I'm up.
Riven pokes him harder.
I'm up.
Pokes him even harder now. Wakey, wakey, Wolfrand.
He just glares at you.
Perfect. Now I knew that you were a morning person. Mavra, are you awake?
Lavra's still kind of groggy, kind of nods.
Hopefully she didn't fall asleep.
Yeah.
I think the real life Mavra did fall asleep.
Yeah.
Uzmir, you are woken to scribbling. And I come back to your Wendell, not like furiously writing, but you scrawling something.
I'm gonna kind of move a little bit to see if he actually notices.
He looks over at you. How are you, Uzmir? Trying to record the events from last night.
So I kind of pop out into my normal shape and be sitting on the bed right here. Kind of feet dangled off. I'm honestly just relieved that you actually realized I was here, Wendell.
Hopefully I'll get some clarity.
I understand that you don't remember the hempen bag with the shards in it. Do you even know what you would have cut yourself on to write in your own blood?
Last thing I remember was rest. I went in and I laid down on the. That's when you woke me. Ask.
Do you know who the last person to stay in that room was? Or is there like a log book in the tavern of who would have stayed in that room last?
There should be some sort of ledger.
I think we should possibly look into that, but the only thing that I could think is that somebody left that bag there on purpose for somebody to run into. I'm assuming that he wasn't possessed by the book then, that it was more so the shards that affected you.
I honestly can't tell you at this point. I'm sorry, I really do wish I had more information I could share.
It's fine, Wendell. Like I said, I'm honestly just relieved that you're yourself this morning. If you have any weird thoughts or anything, please speak on them, though. When Kalenroth, the piece that we had, started to affect Mavra, she kind of went a little bit crazy, so if you hear voices or anything of the sort, please mention them to us.
Well,
I don't remember if I had asked anybody else from the boards while we was here. There happen to be any lead boxes around?
there might be some in the cellar for storing cursed items.
Alright, I'll make sure Wilfrin looks into it then. So you're aware, the back door's trapped. Don't go through it. As I walk out into the front.
Hey?
It wouldn't hurt you, but I'm sure Victor would probably lose his fucking mind thinking something happened. What do you mean?
It's showing that you have.
Well, that's weird. I'm going to send you screenshots?
No, what's your investigation?
Just a 1. Or +1. Yeah, because I only have a intelligence of a 13.
Oh, wait, I know why, because I was looking at the wrong thing. I was looking at your Harbinger.
Yeah, none of the stats are filled out in there.
This makes. Yeah, he begins packing up his utensils and. Is it alright if I head to my place to pack some stuff? Here for a while.
If that's the case, I think we should make somebody go with you, or... Oh, I worry, is all. Could Riven go with you? Hey, Riven. Can you go with him? He's gonna run to his house real quick and grab a couple things.
Babysitting duty. All right, I will, but only if you can. Did Victor set up a trap thingy?
It's on the back door of the single room, so...
You just step on it.
Say what?
Yeah, just step on it. That's all I want for this little favor.
Okay.
You're not gonna do it, aren't you?
I'll do it, but first I must talk to Wolfriend.
All right, Wendell, come here. I'll be your guide.
Right?
And Rin
Wolf.
doesn't seem too happy, but he's just gonna guide him.
Wolfriend?
Hmm.
You know where the cellar's at? I'm assuming it's this one by the bar, right? Would you be able to
So?
know what a lead box looks like if you saw it, I'm assuming? And Wendell says that there might be one in the cellar for storing cursed items?
Yeah. Usually
What-
a chapter house has a store of them.
We should
Seems like
definitely
yards in use.
put these shards in one.
Agreed. And I'll go down and just take a look.
I'm gonna begin to follow him, but I'm gonna run over and open the door real quick and then run back out here.
Okay.
Like the door that's got the alarm on it.
Oh, yeah, it started going off in Victor's head.
And I'm gonna run back over here and hop over the bar and the things I do for Riven. And
Victor, you hear this screaming alarm in your head.
Oh, too bad. It's a bell.
It's ringing off the charts.
I'm gonna pick out this door with my crossbow, see if anyone's there at that door.
No, there's no one there. But the door is sitting wide open.
I'm gonna shoot anyone in that room right now. Anyone in this room?
Nope, nobody's in the room.
No, I said that out loud.
Oh,
Silence.
Kind of hoping it was a Riven. Walks through this door. Still like nobody. Are they still at the front? Or did they leave already?
Leave, so we're just like right there, I think.
yeah.
And where's Uzmir at? Like, are you back in the middle?
They've headed downstairs.
I'm just gonna frickin' see Riven. It had to be the child now, didn't it? I'm just gonna walk back to my room so I can actually properly get ready.
That door's locked.
Yeah.
You're right, it is!
Victor's bad day.
I'd like to pick the lock.
Jeez.
Okay, roll thieves.
Oh fuck, I don't have thief tools, do I?
Oh, I mean, you could try with your tinker's tools. You can make a sleight of hand check with disadvantage.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Just don't roll that one.
I'm gonna break the door. You said with the sleight of hand?
Sleight of hand with disadvantage.
Damn.
Thankfully, you don't break your thieves' tools or your tinker's tools, but you do damage the lock.
Shrug. Wasn't me.
At this point, we're just damaging the entire Wolfriend's friend space.
And then I'm gonna come over here and unlock the door.
Okay. Riven, you and Wendell begin to head out. Uzmir and Wolfriend, as you guys head down into the cellar, there's a secondary door at the bottom where, as you open it, you see a lot of food wares. The place is very, very cold, like frigid cold. And as you begin to look around, you do see a number of differently sized chests, some like small enough that they would only hold like a necklace, one large enough that it could hold feasibly like a chest plate. There's 6 of them in total. They all seem to be lead lined.
Well, is there a way you guys mark them if they're in use?
Well, I don't right know how the boars do things. If I know anything about them, I probably don't. It's all just quick peek, I guess.
Yeah, do you want to look at the largest one, the smallest one?
How does your faction do it?
Yeah, Wolfriend, how
Well-
does your faction categorize their cursed item storage?
If I can remember names. Well, Lyra's mostly the one who's takes care of most organizational stuff. She has her system. Everyone else knows better than the muss with it.
Well, I guess the risky game begins. Don't.
We'll just start with the smallest, I guess.
Okay. As you grab the smallest, it looks like it's a very thin, kind of box made of the exterior being dark wood, but obviously being lined with
Actually-
lead.
Actually, I should ask, is the smallest one big enough to accommodate the thing we're trying to store?
No.
Oh, I'll just not mess with it then.
Start with the smallest that could possibly be used.
Okay.
Yeah.
This one is about 3 inches wide. It's like 3 by 3 by 3. A small, like miniature chest. As you open it, you see on the interior very well-made satin lining, almost like a pillow. And it looks like some sort of glass eye. As you open and peek in, you see the eye as it shifts to stare at you.
It's concerning. As I'll just close the lid.
Yep. Can you make a wisdom saving throw for me as you close the lid?
Yes, I can. You're fucking
9.
kidding me.
Wolfriend. As you open this box, the eye turns to look at you, and you cannot take your eyes off this thing, and you think to yourself, I'm gonna shut this lid, and as you go to do it, your hands do not move, as you're stuck staring at this eye. And then
Do I notice him not closing it right away?
It's less that and more that you notice him now only holding it with one hand as he's reaching towards the interior of the box with his other hand.
I'm gonna slam the box shut.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and roll a athletics check or an acrobatics check for me, Uzmir.
We'll go athletics.
16. Alright, I will say, as you run towards him, you are able to slam the box out of his hands, like slamming it shut, and you snap out of the daze that you were in, Wolfriend.
What just happened?
You started to reach into the box, so I just assumed that there was something in there.
Indeed. Let's put this in the
So let's
occupied pile.
do this methodically. I'm gonna stand on the back side of the boxes as you open them, and if you don't shut them right away, I'm going to shut them for you. And matter of fact, as you open them, I'm just gonna shut them. You tell me if there's something inside.
All right.
The next box is slightly larger, being about like 1 foot by 1 foot by 1 foot. As you go to open it, there's nothing inside this box. It is a lead-lined box, but it looks completely empty.
I shut the box.
This'll do.
All right, so I assume there's nothing in there.
Currently uninhabited.
All right. So I take the box from him and set it down on the floor and open it.
Yep. As you open it, it is indeed empty.
So I'm gonna pull the bag out and at least make sure the contents are still inside. Don't touch the bag or anything, as it stands right now. Only me and the rabbit have touched it. So, well, and Victor.
Thanks.
So if the contents aren't there, I need you to assume that one of us three have it.
Now, you think me an amateur?
Oh, I'm just making sure all the loose ends are possibly that you are well aware of all the possibilities. I'm gonna dump the bag out on the inside too, in case of anything. There should be 6 pieces. And that's as long as all 6 of them are there when that lid closes. That's all I care about.
Yep.
Right.
So I'm gonna kind of drop the bag out of my hand and catch it by the drawstring again. And as I open the bag, I'm gonna shift them all to like one side basically, and then grab the corner away from them and dump them out inside of the box.
As you do so, you see the 6 pieces fall into the box. As they hit in one by one, you hear this buzzing. As that happens, you see the pieces start to like pull towards each other and begin connecting once again.
I'm gonna slam the box shut.
Okay, go ahead and both of you roll an investigation check for me.
An investigation check.
That's a 17.
Kuzmir, as you slam the box shut, as the buzzing persists, it stops after the box is shut. Wolfriend, you see just before the box closed, the 6 pieces come together as one. There is definitely a open spot in the middle of all of these shards where another shard of a similar size could. Riven, you are walking down the street about maybe a mile from the Boar's Rest at this point, as you hear scribbling behind you, and you look and you see what you think is Wendell. As you see, his face is now covered in black, almost vine-like veins, and as his book closes, he looks up at you, and you see this quill that has this almost ominous looking shard of metal as its tip.
Oh, fuck.
Wendell.
I'm sorry. And I need you, my dear sweet Riven, to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, great.
And this is
why
how
have-
Uzmir inadvertently killed Riven.
Yep, the one guy. Okay.
Oh, thank God he's
17.
smart for once.
That is really good. So you take only half damage. We're going to take 24 points of psychic damage.
Oof.
And then at that point, Wendell is no longer in your sight.
So it's basically like, oh, my head.
Look up, and
Wendell.
the crowd around you maybe see a bit of Wendell as he disappears into the crowd.
Wendell, you bastard. Oh, my head. Oh no, Uzmir's gonna kill me. I mean, what's the worst that can happen if a little... Oh, fuck. And Riven's gonna immediately head back to the Boar's Rest.
Doesn't take long as Uzmir and Wolfriend, you guys... Or, Wolfriend, do you mention this to Uzmir at all?
The 6 pieces, they formed together, but it was clear there was one missing.
Oh, no.
Are you sure you only counted 6?
I'm positive the bag only had 6 in it, but that just means the Wendell has the 7th piece.
Oh, hells.
Riven's in danger. I sent him with him. I am going to now absorb the lead box into my body.
How big is your extra dimensional space at this point?
Considering that it is completely, well, I can't say completely empty because I have the 3 diamonds in there.
It's a
still
1 foot by
this-
1 foot by 1 foot box. So
Yeah, so there's plenty of space because it's basically a bag of holding.
Okay.
So yeah, I got 64 cubic feet, and the only thing that's in there right now is 3 diamonds.
yep. So you manage to absorb the box, and then you hear the doors upstairs fly open as you hear somebody stumbling in. And Riven has returned.
Uzmir!
Like I'm running up the stairs, I leap over the fucking counter.
Uzmir, you bastard, you told me that he was harmless. Ah.
Oh fuck! At least you're not fucking dead.
Oh, great, so you thought I was dead. Lovely. Nice to hear.
Riven, what were you stabbed by?
Or not stabbed, just basically mentally tortured for a few seconds. Ah.
I'm
Still have
assuming
tingles.
Wendell changed.
Oh no, not just changed. He basically has, that quill or whatnot, it turned into a shard. So, you probably should have just broken his stuff. Oh, since when do you have feelings, Uzmir? I thought you would be the first one to just destroy everything just to make sure.
I mean, I destroyed a couch, if that counts.
Wait, you said the quill?
Yes, the quill.
I'm gonna turn towards Uzmir. You mean the quill that I thoroughly looked through and touched?
That quill indeed.
Wait, Victor, you touched the quill.
I was inspecting to see if it was, magical. I thought because he requested for it in the morning, so I
Without-
put the books and everything there.
I thought you were. more cautious than that.
Well, I was wearing gloves.
Slight distinct. Victor asked to examine the book.
Yeah, and then I asked immediately after about the quill.
You asked if there was blood in the writing
Ah,
utensils.
you're right.
There was a lot of blood all over all of his writing utensils.
Wait, no. I definitely did ask about the quill because I said, look at the book, and then what about his writing utensils? And you said
Yeah,
calligraphy.
but when he said that it was all covered in blood, you said that it was pretty much pointless.
Yep.
No, that was for the blood if he had cut himself. Before that, I had asked, and he said that when I looked at the quill, I didn't notice anything because I'm not much of a calligraphist.
Yeah, you don't know much about quills and calligraphy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
But you didn't
that's
do
the
like
point.
further magic investigation on.
Yeah, I know
Good
that's not the point. I'm saying like I touched it though. That was my more point. But I did
Oh.
have my gloves on.
Well, he's
Right.
got one of the shards. The other is contained within a lead box that only I can reach, though. We at least got part of Kalenroth contained.
For now. Why doesn't nothing go as planned?
All I can say is, like I said, I'm the only one that can reach it, and
Do we have the card still?
Mavra has the card.
Yeah, since she's the leader.
Should we ask our friends to look for it? Seeing as how you said he was here last night.
He also had the books, so I'm going to go ahead and assume that he already knew the state that Wendell was in when I talked to him.
Wait, you talked to... Who do you talk to?
I talked to Jack last night.
Huh. How does he keep coming in without... rogues? Also, Victor, do you have a potion?
I can make one for you. I have a few ready.
Yeah, I will need one because if we're gonna do the ambush tonight, I need to stop this headache.
Do you want just the headache cleared, or are you hurt at all? What do you need?
Well, I feel like my body's a bit weakened because of the shock.
Well, I have some potions on me. All right. I have some basic potions and some greater potions that you guys had given me.
Just give me one of them.
Sure.
Please.
I'm just gonna hand him one of the basic potions. Here, let me.
2d4 plus 2.
And I think I have something that makes it better when I have it used, right?
What you have is, I believe it just maxes out the amount of healing that it gets.
Yeah, I think so. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah, so 8 plus
10.
2, so 10 points of health back.
Hopefully that helped.
Feel much better already. Thank you, Victor.
As you all wrestle with what has happened to Wendell, healing up, knowing that you're in ambush later today, that is where we'll end for tonight. I know
Okay.
a lot of people are tired. One of you's
Oh,
already asleep.
We did have a long rest though, right?
Yes,
Just
you
like a
all.
reset.
Yeah, you all got the benefits of a long rest.
Sweet. Can I fucking have my
Well, except
12
Riven.
points?
Except Riven with his 10 hit points that...
Well, yeah, you still had a long rest, and you can take a short rest here because the ambush isn't until tonight, so you'll be able to take a short rest and regain your hit point. So, thanks everybody who watched. Thank you to all my lovely players.
Lovely.
And this next week. Good night, everybody.
Good night.